Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And it is not a surprise to me at all that the government has asked to dismiss the witness because of the embarrassment of this entire scandal. $54 million for an application, $11 million paid to two individuals working in their basements, just consistent mismanagement that we have seen from this government. So, of course, they're going to do their best to shut it down at every single step of the way. And of course, they are going to have their coalition partner, the NDP, help them to shut down this investigation every single step of the way, including having Mr. Lafleur here today, Mr. Chair. So this is not a surprise to me at all. And as well, I worry very much about the precedents that we are setting in this committee, Mr. Chair. On the Liberal benches, they're used to their leaders shutting women down. And so, they do what they see, and they're attempting to do that here as well. So as I said, the precedent of that we've seen within this committee of witnesses canceling as a result of, or not being able to show up as a result of medical notes, that what we've come to term on this side of the committee bench as the ArriveCAN flu, very, very unfortunately. And now we have another negative precedent being set here today, that the dismissal of witnesses that have been called to this committee. And in fact, one member of this committee who has said that from now on they will move to dismiss every single witness that is brought to this committee on ArriveCAN. Well, they're going to be wasting a lot of time dismissing witnesses, and we're going to spend a lot of time going through this process again and again, which will only lead further to the frustration of Canadians and to evidence of the cover-up that is going on here. It's very clear. And, I would also like to say that we, on this side, Mr. Chair, we follow the evidence where it leads us. And where it has led us here today is an issue that was brought to light on Monday, which I and my Conservative colleagues have been mentioning all week within the House, and that is that this government is investigating itself. And that, in fact, Mr. Lafleur reports to Ms. O'Gorman, who, as my colleague Mr. Brock pointed out, has been untruthful to this committee more than once. But I've got bad news for the government, because on Monday, the Auditor General releases her report. And guess what? The Auditor General doesn't report to CBSA or to Ms. O'Gorman. And so even if the government wants this to go away, it's not going to go away, because Ms. O'Gorman didn't even have the decency to inform the Auditor General of the RCMP investigation. That's an important piece of information here. So it is no surprise to me, Mr. Chair, that this government is attempting to dismiss this witness along with their coalition partner. I'm very concerned, as I said, about the precedents that we have set within this committee. And again, we follow the evidence where it leads us, and it leads us to a government investigating themselves. And it's not going to get any better on Monday when the Auditor General releases her report, and there'll be even more questions. And Canadians will demand that we get answers. This might not be a courtroom, but it is a place where we are accountable to Canadians and finding out the truth for Canadians. And as I said, you might want this to go away. This isn't going away. Because after all of this time, we have hardly any answers, because your government created such a mess with procurement. Your government created such a mess with ethical issues, again, starting from the top. And so you might want this to go away on the other side of the table here, but it is not going away. And it will continue. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.